All right, let's start a bit earlier today. Hello and welcome, everybody. We are back with Norgesligaen. It's Monday, and you know what that means. Norgesligaen Div 4 is back, and we are ready for match day number 5. Let's check out the current leaderboard. There you can see Troublemaker 3 still in the lead with 226 points. Gahok still on a second with 183, but Los Polos Hermanos is coming in close with 180 points. Then we have the Troublemakers 2 on rank number 4 with 174 points. 158 for X2600, 153 for Team Knacken Malmen, 148 for Acid, 131 for the Tactical Stocks. Then we have One Foot in the Grave with 119. 112 for the Norse Navigators, 111 for Ishav's Gorillion OGs. Then we have Samigami Smashing with 96 points, 90 for Bajan Oragat, that should be 0. Valhalla Berserker with 85 points, and Grumpy Old Bastards 4 with 69. I'm not quite sure if this is current, because if I'm not mistaken, Bajan Oragat should have 0 points in my leaderboard. Let's see what happened there. But good thing is I did something, and I can just filter them out. So where are they? There we go. Hide. Right. So this should manage that. We should have an updated leaderboard in a few seconds. Nope. It's not working for the overlay. That's unfortunate. I guess I have to update the overlay. Yeah, but they should have 0 points. All right, nonetheless, the points should be correct. Troublemakers 2, so unfortunately dropped out of the top 3. So that might change, because it's just a point difference of 6 points. So not that much, but we still have a lot of fluctuation we could have in the top 3, considering that we have Gojok, Los Polos Hermanos, and Troublemakers 2 quite close to each other. And X3600, Team Knacken Malmen, and Acid are still able to catch up with a good game. Nonetheless, we'll check out how they will fare in today's matches, because we will start with match number 1 shortly. But before that, I have to change a few settings. Otherwise, my settings are not working correctly. You're seeing things you should not see, because who needs the packet loss statistics or something like that? Nobody, except for you when you're gaming. Let's hop over. Match number 1 starts now. And as you can see, we are back on Miramar as usual, as every Monday for the past, well, not the past 2 weeks, but the past 4 before that. And as you can see, our travel this time starts to the right of Elovahar, and our travel will end slightly above Voldemar. So, not the best plane pass, but not the worst either. We could have gotten way worse, considering that, yeah, well, you can reach a good part of the map, because Terra Bronca, Crystal Val, Water Treatment, Oposo might be a tough spot, but still, if you get a car, you can drive there without a problem. Prison, Los Leones, Chumacera, Impala are reachable. The only things not reachable are Puerto Parisa Resort and Portona, as well as Campo Militar. Terra Bronca might be a tough spot as well, but with a car reachable nonetheless. Same goes for Oasis and La Cabrera. Everything else should be fairly reachable if you get a car. So, 2 seconds remain, and we will hop into the plane with one of the players once it arrives. But yeah, like I said, there should be no real big contest, hopefully, but we'll see where the teams will decide to drop to. Gojok currently rank number 2 with Langefinger, Dreas, Popsicle, and a Gronland over here. Oh. All right. So let's see. We have Knacken Malmen going up for Sierra Bronca. Then we have Los Polos Hermanos with the truck stop split, it seems, with Skokram over here. Then the Troublemakers 2 going for maybe water treatment together with acid and the tactical stocks. There might be a slight contest there for the compounds close to Hacienda and water treatment. Then we have Summer Gamers smashing in Minas Generalis. The Valhalla Berserkers going for San Martin. Power Grid split played by Ishav's Guerrillian OGs. Then we have the Grumpy Old Bastards 4 in Pecado. Los Leones with the lineup from Gochok. Shumasera played by the Troublemakers 3. And last but not least, North Navigators in Montenuevo and the players from One Foot in the Grave in the direction of El Podo. And it looks like we do have, yeah, a slight miscommunication here. WKS is getting picked up there by Moonskin. Omg as well, and we can see Adrian going for the kill against Vaggie. So Tactical Stocks already lost one player and they might lose his second. Moonskin failed to realize where WKS was. Now he's searching for him. WKS, well, might be in trouble here. Nope. Able to dodge that again. Now it's the Troublemakers 2 getting away there. While in the back we can see one other player of the Tactical Stocks moving forwards. WKS has found a bike, so he most likely will stay alive. Unfortunately, we lost one, like I said. There we go. Vaggie, unfortunately. He made it into the compound and he even had a weapon. I was not able to get a kill in against Adrian or Mommy G. So as you can see, our circle shifted perfectly for X3600 over here in Valdemar. Good circle as well for the Troublemakers 2. Troublemakers 3 over here in Chumasara. All the other teams still have to make their way to the circle. I mean, it will be straightforward for Gohok. They can just drive down this road here. We do have the emergency pickup already for the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. They most likely might want to play up here on the hill. This could be a perfect circle spot for them. I mean, from what I know and from the many casts I have done, this right here is a good spot in the circle. It could end over here, just right below this hill here. Might be an ending. We could have an ending over there on the other side, close to Chumasera. So there are many, many favors and many, many possible endings for the lineup from the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. Over here, we can see the Valhalla Berserkers already on the rotation as well. Don't want to leave much time open. I'm not quite sure if it's... I have to turn it up a bit. There we go. Oh. So how about a bit in trouble over here with the Roxy driving? Urban over here with the trusty old car 98. And let's see where the Grumpy Old Bastards 4 will drop to. His little cheese is just below them, already trying to hinder them from dropping to his compound. But it looks like the Grumpy Old Bastards will decide to go for the compounds close to the street, to the main road, and therefore a good possible spot for them when it comes to, well, Southern Shift on the map. Not quite sure if it will be a good position in the end, because that has been taken over here by the Nor and Little Cheese. Perfect position for them over here on the top hill. Like I said, this might very well be a circle or a spot close to the end circle. Let's see if we can take some. Oh, there we go. This is This is comfortable right here on the bench. You can see them running around here. More teams going for the rotation, as we can see Gohok on it already. Same goes for Summer Gaming Smashing, Ishaskari, OGs, and the Norse Navigators as well. All Berserkers also in the circle already. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but since Bambus is driving now, I guess Aroxy flipped the car. Because Bambus had to pick them up. Yeah. So I think they lost one car. There's another one though. But looks like they don't want to take it. Hopefully that works out in their favor. Some shots over here from the Norse Navigators in the direction of the Ishavskarelian OGs. Just making their way into the circle and into Valdemar. Was held earlier by a different team, but X3600 is still there, so they most likely might have heard the cars advancing there, and they are shooting as well. So they can see the Ishavskarelian OGs there. Oh, not the best possible stop there, Rusty. Loses a tire, gets attack. Oh, gets another attack. I think the bolty from Hanan is not hitting. Otherwise, that would have been a knock. Rusty now going for a run, takes another hit. Oh, this is not looking good for him. One more attack and he's down. Good thing for him that the coupe is a bit faster. Now making their way to the top hill, where they will reunite with their two teammates, with Little Bigonet and Packer already. Ooh, got a spot there. Nice attack against Little Bigonet. This might be a good possible spot for the next circle as well, if it shifts to Shumasara. We had endings already on the hill over here. One more over there. So I'm not quite sure what will happen, but there's a lot of stuff that could happen. Roxy already knocked, so this is not looking good for the Valhalla Berserkers. Valhalla and Roll, the last two men standing, they got a knock in against Drius. Angerfinger now with a good nade against Roll, and it's now Bahaba only. Trying to make a move, and he gets killed by a popsicle from his front. Langerfinger also with some good sprays in his direction, and that means we lose our first team. Valhalla Berserkers out on rank 14. Noji trying to get a hit in against the top of the hill there. And as we can see, that's a quite far away to try to get a hit in against the 8 Nor. Who's over here with his trusty Kar 98. Not really aware of the shots hailing down on him. Over here. The airdrop. Close to the 3 barrels. Well, never realized are there. Packer knocked. Rusty trying to go for the res. And again, it was the Troublemakers 3 going for those knocks. And over here we have another fight. The Norse Navigators against One Foot in the Grave. They shot knocked. The 2 against 4 situation now. Also gets the kill. Nade in hand. This might be bad for Axel. Who goes down as well. Good position. Craziest has seen Winner 2. Has seen Nilsa as well. Now he's in trouble. Oh, we see a nade from one of the teams. Not looking like it. I would have expected to get a nade in here. There we go. That might hurt. Bigger bomb with another nade. That one's way too far. Yeah, this is not looking good for him. Moving now from the side. Gets a few hits in. Nade's coming out. Not good enough though. Too pushing forward than that. Nade by Reuven. Set perfectly. Craziest eliminated. North Navigators out on ring 30. Therefore, the one and only team outside of the circle so far is 1 foot in the grave. Well, considering that WKS is still out there, but his teammates, or at least 2/3 of his team, are in the circle. I'm gonna grant 1 foot in the grave the whole team out of the circle at the moment. Skogtrim, not quite sure what he's doing there. Also only playing with 3. Answer Slopajaris and Skogtrim over here for Los Polos Hermanos. Currently rank 2nd on the leaderboard. 3rd. My fault. The Hawk currently ranked 2nd. Still over here. Good position for the circle. Not that good of a position for the tactical stocks over here. Grumpy Bastards 4 currently the spot they can quite well see what the tactical stocks are up to. I mean, they still have like this little plateau over here, that little dip behind the shack. Not quite sure if this is good for them. WK is now flying in. Will he survive this? The answer most likely is yes for a moment. But will his teammates survive that he's flying in? Well, that would have been a question for a different day. Nonetheless, they all survive for now. There's another airdrop over here, which no one has realized yet. Farmers. And the emergency support flares, who are new with the last patch. So most likely the get a recall and get level 3 gear support system, if you kill your opponents and take their chips, you might be able to get more level 3 gear. Oh, that's that circle. This currently is the middle of the circle, roughly. And as you can see, we had a sandstorm, but this center, well, this is the center of the circle, but well, this right here roughly is the center of the circle, and yeah, it's not the best position, to be honest. Nice knock by Hannon. Like a bomb, Reuven and Ilsor searching for a position. Not able to rescue in the 2 though. Oh no, wait. Ilsor and Reuven are over here. They most likely would need to fight the tactical stocks. So, like I wanted to say, with the newest patch, you have the emergency support flares, with which you can get a support drop. And with that support drop, you might get some healing stuff. And most likely, if that is in the game at the moment, don't confuse it with the emergency cover flare. That's a different one. Most likely, if that is in, the same applies for the... If you have... Oh, the players with the knock against the ice there. And this is not looking good for Team Asset and Team Kneck and Malman. The place goes down as well. Don't blame. Right here in the shack together with Wolf 240 Turbo. They're quite far away from their teammates. Right between the Grumpy Old Bastards 4 and the players from Go Hawk. So that means as it stays alive with at least 3 players, Silverin was killed. Question is, do they have a recall station anywhere? The answer is, well, it could go here out in the blue, but that is not the best position to go to. Question is, what can Tiger Bomb do here solo? You might be stuck at the moment. I'm not quite sure about... It looks like he's stuck there. I mean, that would be unfortunate. He's not able to get into the car? I mean, it looks like he's completely stuck there. That would be... Well, it would be good for him if the circle shifts there. But it would be bad for him otherwise. As that circle shifts away again... I mean, as you can see, it shifted for the mainland. But if it shifts away, that would be anything but good. Icebell lost Seeing and Screamers now. Most likely thanks to Gahawk. Let's see, Grondon so far with 4 kills. Yeah, he most likely got those. Has he seen Icebell? Icebell most likely has seen him now. Not really willing to shoot because he knows there's someone close as well. Popsicle just kind of above him. Now trying to get away there. Just really know he's fighting, or at least shooting in the direction of the Troublemakers 3. And Ronnie goes down. Urban trying to go for the race here. Currently with 358 damage leader, but no kills so far. Then over here we still have one foot in the grave with Nielzor and Ruven. Well, quite far away from Tigabon. Tactical stocks in the gas station X3600 have not moved an inch. And over here we have a fight between the Troublemakers 2 and the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. Oh, nice headshot there against Lion Skull by Eric. That most likely should have hurt. Finger with the kill against Scorptrim. Happened over here. Let's go to that fight. Rohawk versus Los Polos Hermanos. Second versus third ranked team. This is the fight we want to see. And this is a fight which is anything but good for Los Polos Hermanos. Because as you can see, there's another team coming in from behind, which is Samikebi smashing. And Los Polos Hermanos is eliminated. Sloppy Jarvis gets a knock against Reyes. But that is not enough to survive this. Oh, another knock by Janice against Langerfinger. Ronan going for the rest. Popsicle coming in from the side. Nate is not good. Might have been good-ish against Popsicle, though. Popsicle with a return Nate. As well. It looks like we have the destroyable terrain back. That's it on Miramar a long time ago. I saw it at least. Oh, JS going down against the circle. That's bad. Gets killed by Lanky. Coming forwards. Meanwhile, Troublemakers 2 with the kill against Matzi. Waiting for his chance. Hawk so far with 10 kills. Popsicle with a knock against, with a kill against Origin. Longer finger. Again, smashing down to 3 players. Nice flash against Mia. Oh, and this is not looking too bad. Lanky now the last man standing versus Grondland. I mean, they got one flush and one knock there. And had to fall back. Good thing for him, there's no one coming in from below. Iceberg over here waiting for Team Knack and Molman. Like he might have the option to get his teammates back, but Grondland knows that. And Grondland wants to get those kills, and he tries to get them, and he gets them. Gohawk still in the game thanks to Grondland. Well, Lanky is not able to keep Summer Gaming smashing in the game. And that means we're down to 9 teams. Over here, Troublemakers 3, they need to move forwards. Unfortunately for them, there are shots coming in from below, there are shots coming in from above. Freibauer moving in the direction of Little Cheese, who's driving up the hill towards the Ishaf's Gorillion OGs. Empty with a knock against reload, Ronnie. And Icebear was spotted as well and eliminated by Team Knack and Molman. That means we are down another player. Team Asset out on ranking number 9. Gabon trying to move forwards, gets spotted, gets knocked. And that's it for him. Tactical Stocks take another kill. Urban now, the last man standing for the Troublemakers 3. 6 kills for Grondland, 5 for Langerfinger, 3 for Adrian, and 2 for Status and Volvo. Langerfinger so far was 524 damage. The player with the most damage of the match so far. And Mommy G with a kill against Don't Blame, and Urban goes down against Pack. That leaves us with 7 teams. 1 foot in the grave. Tactical Stocks. Over here, the Ishaf's Gorillion OGs. And over here, for Gohawk, the last man standing. Grondland with the 13 kills. And Volvo 240 Turbo. Over here for Team Knack and Molman. Grondland going for... not quite sure what? Well, his death, I suppose. Most likely wanted to get some util or something. But Volvo decided, well, if you go there and prone down, I'm gonna kill you. And he did. Well played, Team Knack and Molman takes home another kill. We're down to 6. Team Knack and Molman, Ishaf's Gorillion OGs, 1 foot in the grave, the Tactical Stocks, Axe 3600, and the Troublemakers 2, with only 2 players left. So far, his match, numbers-wise, is looking good for Axe 3600 and the Ishaf's Gorillion OGs, with each 4 players. We have 3 left for the Tactical Stocks and 2 each for the Troublemakers 2 and 1 foot in the grave. Fortunately for them, though, Ishaf's Gorillion OGs is trying to get down from the hill. I'm not quite sure why 1 foot in the grave is not trying to punish that. Chris Boyle, though, sings differently. Oh, Rusty. Good spray there. Moving has gotten out of the compound. Sees the first one and isn't. Rusty, though, gets knocked as well. Packer with the kill against Nielsor, and therefore Ishaf's Gorillion OGs might make it down, well, at least partially alive. Considering that little Bigonet is unfortunately gone. And they almost lost Rusty. Oh, Hannon with a nice knock against John. I'm not quite sure where that shot came from. And forwards. I'm not quite sure why he did smoke the opponents and not just right in front of him. And with that, Packer's down as well. That was not smart. But hey, maybe Rusty will keep them alive. Trying to get John. Packer's still not in the smoke wall. And the Troublemakers too decided, well, why not go for Axe 3600? They're coming in. Adrian, 608 damage. And has found a tree. Waiting for him. He could just move here. Nobody would be able to see him. Move up here. Prone down there. None would be the wiser. Marmy G eliminated by Volvo. Stealing that kill from X3600. So far, numbers-wise, they are now in the lead. Jascarino Energi's now back with 3 players. And we're down to our last 4. 1 player left for the Troublemaker 2, which is Adrian. 3 players left for the Tactical Stocks and HF Guerrilla Energies, as well as 4 for X3600. Oh, nice nade from Rusty against... no, from Chris Troy against Rusty. Lofrex trying to find an angle there. Nade by WKS. That one might be good. Oh, almost perfect. Sergeant Killer Hat knocked by WKS. Oh, and that shot from Hennen sent his helmet flying. And then confirms the kill. Lion Skull gets a knock against Jean. Nice tag from Adrian against Hennen. Gets the knock in. Might get the kill confirmed. And he does. Adrian helping the other teams, more or less. His next spot most likely might be this rock here. Empty knock. Lion Skull knocked. Sergeant Killer Hat, who was the only knocked player a few minutes ago, now is the only one standing. Going for the rest is on his teammates. Meanwhile, Chris Troy and Lurifax, the last 2 standing for the Tactical Stocks, have to face off against Ishaf's Guerrilla Energies. Adrian gets a kill against Femty. And therefore, 1 more kill for the Troublemakers 2. It's not looking too peachy for them. Adrian says, alright, why should I stay calm and silent when I can get and wreak more havoc? More fights are good fights. At least when it comes to the action in the game. Jascarino now saying, alright, we don't want too much trouble against the Tactical Stocks. Let's fight them against X3600. Why should we fight against them? Wait for them to move into the circle. Adrian sees John already. Sees Chris Troy and Lurifax coming in from behind. Lurifax with the knock against John. Chris Troy, now the last man standing, gets the knock against Packer. Confirms the kill. Rusty now the last man standing. And he's down as well. Ishas Guerrilla G's eliminated on rank 4. Adrian survived another one. But now it's Lion Skill coming in from above. He might be able to spot him. They know the shots. Chris Troy, the last man standing for the Tactical Stocks. And, well, that nade just bounced off the tree. Adrian, 6 kills already. P90 in hand. Sees Lion Skull and knocks him. And now it's anybody's game. Chris Troyer might be able to get the kill in against him. But he's too focused on Sergeant Killer Hat, who gets eliminated. And now it's Adrian against Chris Troyer. Adrian with the better position. Chris Troyer has to move. Adrian, 1080 damage. Well, 7 kills. Has a little dip there. Although tanked the most damage was 650. Chris Troyer so far on 3rd rank when it comes to most damage. Pushing forward, has a car as cover. And now it's a better position for him. Adrian has 1 blue zone nade and 4 flashes left. Chris Troyer, nothing. 4 bandages. And that's about it. Flash 1, Flash 2 has seen the car, has seen Chris Troyer. Lose on Nate. Oh, that's a good one. That's a perfect one. He has to move. He has to move. He moves. He's spotted, and that's it. GT well played. Would have been a chicken dinner. Troublemakers 2, last man standing, gets the kill and the win for his teammates with 1,529 damage. And that should get them back up in the top 3. Gohok, though, with 13 kills and 10 assists. That's the feat as well. Let's hop over back into the break, and we'll be back with match number 2 shortly. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. As you can see, Troublemaker 3 back in the top 3, with Los Polos Hermanos dropping down to 4th place. And it's getting closer. 227 for the Troublemakers 3, then we have 197, so 30 points less for Kohok. But Troublemakers 2 coming close with 195, so just 2 points short of 2nd place with that chicken dinner in the last match. Then next up we have Los Polos Hermanos with 180 points. Drop one ring down. 169 for X3600. 160 points for Team Kneck and Malmö. 149 for Acid and 141 for the Tactical Stocks. In the second half of the leaderboard, we have One Foot in the Grave with 125 points. 120 for the Ishas Gorillion OGs. 112 for the Norse Navigators, 99 for Samigame Smashing, 90 points for Bajon Orangat, as well as 85 for the Valhalla Berserkers, and 71 points for the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. And with that, we will hop over to Miramar again, because it's time for match number 2. And as you can see, our playing path did change a bit. This time, it might be easier to reach a few more spots which were not reachable last time, but there are a lot of spots you can't reach anymore which were available last time. Kastira Bronca, El Al-Zahar over here. Truck Stop. Even Minas might be a hard reach. Impala out, Puerto Paraíso, as well as we saw. Fortuna is reachable. Los Leones is a tough stretch, but with a car you can get there. Same goes for Alcantara. Everything else is reachable and should be reachable for the teams. Nonetheless, we'll check out who will drop where. Match number 2 going live. 1 foot in the grave. Currently, if I'm not mistaken, on a rank number 9 with 190 points. Is up to date. No, it's not. They're on rank, yeah, still on rank number 9 with 125 points now, though. Still, they're not the first to drop out. That were Los Polos Hermanos going for Fortuna currently, and they are now complete with non-life joining them. Over here, we have X3600 going for Voldemar again. Shumasara again played by the Troublemakers 3. The Norse Navigators going for Montenegro. Picardo played by the Grampiel Bats 4 again. Ishav's Guerrillian OGs are going for the Power Grid split. Then we have 1 foot in the grave in El Pozo. Summer Game is smashing going for the Minas General split, or the Graveyard split, I suppose. San Martin played by the Valhalla Berserkers. The Hacienda played by Team Acid. Then we have the Troublemakers 2 going for Water Treatment split. And Gahok going for Crystal Vol split, maybe-ish. Technically Stocks going for La Cabrera. And last but not least, we have Team Knack and Malmon going for Campo Militar. And with that circle shift, I would say everybody who dropped out late in the game has a good position now in the circle. Best position so far for the Troublemakers 2, right in the center of the circle with Mommy G and Munskin there. Arik and Adrian, well, they're closer-ish to the edge. Still a good position for Gohok, with Reyes already having a prime position for one of the best spots in the circle, which would be this one over here, at least in my point of view, because this is top hill. It does not get more top hill on Miramar than this compound over here. You have a good view, well, kind of a good in this direction. You have a better position when it comes into viewing this direction up here, but still, the chance of a team breaching you up here is quite low, because nobody can reach you fairly easy. If one of you is up here, you can almost see everything surrounding you. One of you being on the roof over here, you can see everything surrounding the top hill from here. So this is a good position as well. The only thing which might be quite risky is if someone is coming in from around here-ish. I mean, then you can use a good cover. And if anyone comes in from here, it might be a bit harder as well to spot. Nonetheless, that is still a good position in kind of the center of the circle, I guess. Now we have our first rotation as well from the Ishav's Guerrillian OGs. There's Packer and Rusty Razor over here, currently already spotting one of the top hill compounds. Not in the center of the circle, but, well, close-ish to that. Good thing for them, there's no one there. And they can pick their poison. So what else can we see? Troublemakers 2 already on the move over here with Munskin and Mommy G. Going for the top hill compound I mentioned earlier. That most likely will get them a good position in the match, depending on where the circle shifts. But this might be a top 4 situation for them as well. Arik and Adrian. Moving forward, Adrian. Last match. Oh, well, did get out of the car. I'm not quite sure why. Last match, he solely did clutch that game without his teammates and secured them the victory in match number 1 of the day 5. And They get another nice present. There is an airdrop coming down right close to their current compound. Let's see what's in there. What can Munskin and Mommy G be happy about getting? Oh, they might have to watch out a bit because the Gohok is already quite close. And it's a Groza. Good position for Dreas. He might be able to get a knock in if... Well, no. Not. Well, there's way too much cover behind that. But not in that direction. Scream is already getting shot at. His Troublemaker's 2 saying, alright, don't get too close. This is our airdrop. This is our compound. And Stian, well, he's not as lucky. Flips his car on the side. And now he's in trouble. I mean, good thing for him. I tried to flip the car back to his tires, but it was not successful. Over here we have another team with Sami Gamers smashing, and therefore the circle is filling up by the minute. As we can see, 1 foot in the grave, also searching for a position. Popsicle already shooting, saying, alright, we're here guys, don't come close. Don't even think about getting to our position. We game smashing, just driving between position. They're not quite sure, or they don't know that there's someone above them. And the Troublemakers too are just too happy about that. I think they might have seen that. Nice bit with a knock against Munskin, who, well, peeked out too far. And therefore got knocked. Good thing there's a wall over here, which will save him. Chance for Icebet to get that kill. Still, first knock of the game. At least the first knock we realized. Let's see where Los Polos Hermanos are going. Loppy Jaris, Non-Life, Mjansrud, and Skogtrim. Like I said, Non-Life did miss the first match. But now he's ready. So it looks like Los Polos Hermanos is not yet quite sure where to drop. Can see more shots coming in. And we're still trying to find the knock there with his trusty VSS. Not quite sure if this is a wise choice. Over here, close to the Ishaf's Guerrillian OGs, we can see the players from 1 foot in the grave. At least 2 of them with New Zealand roofing. But aside from that, there's not that much happening. Origin has his Murado safe as well, at least for a bit. Silver Nova here. 124. Tries a shot and gets a hit. That might have hurt. Yeah, Adrian. 26 HP left. Another airdrop. Not sure where that was. This is the first one. Didn't I just see an airdrop? Oh, it's all the way over here. I mean, the 8. That's your airdrop for the taking, brother. That's your airdrop for the taking. Oberwerk close to the Troublemakers 3 over here. Urban Ronnie moving forwards. It with some shots in that direction. Gets tagged as well though. Let's see if they will make it arrive at least quite safely. Not totally safety. Totally safe. Is well, there's still a lot of other teams alive because we have not lost a single player yet. Even though we only have 55. That's what we started with. Was flipping on the side there. Circle shifts again to the north. Over here we can see some shots against Gehawk. Oh, losing a tire there. Oh, nice tack. Still no knock yet against Popsicle and his teammate Reyes. That means that Gehawk might still stay alive with 2 of their 4 players. Or with all 4 of them. Los Polos Hermanos has found a good position as well. And over here we can see Sammy Game is smashing Lanky. Deciding to go for the airdrop, or at least he wanted to, before Adrian spotted him and eliminated him. Nielsen with the first kill though against the Roxy. And that means we're down 2 players. A lot of shots overall. Let's see. Oh. Well, Harbor decides, no, you will not get me as well. You will not get Roll. 1 is enough. You might have gotten a Roxy, but you don't get Roller. Not live with the Norgesligaen origin. And the flush is confirmed as well. A lot of space missing from the circle thanks to this wall over here. Just limiting the playing field for the teams. He knocked Thomas Ramoji. Circle shifted again. Again in favor of the teams already in the North of the circle, like Team Knecken Malmen and the North Navigators. So that position I was talking about, which was held by the Troublemakers too, well, did not pay off for them. Still, it is a good spot, and if you can get it, you should play it. And even if the circle shifts further north or further south, you are still in a good position to continue your travel. 8 more over here. Well, he got the airdrop, But he got some unwanted neighbors in the Norse Navigators together with Axel, Craziest, and Space Shark. So win with a knock against Volvo. See down over here. Sergeant Killerhead driving over Hannon. And Los Polos Hermanos. They found a new friend in Steos. Quite sure he's too happy about that though. You can see the emergency pickup for the troublemakers too. I'm not quite sure what Arik and Adrian are doing over here. It is looking weird, because considering that Arik is even in the ground. But I guess Mommy G is the only one currently waiting for the plane. Or for the chopper. Get into the chopper! No, you will not. There's no way into the chopper. You can only attach to the chopper. The tactical stocks might get some friends as well, because from behind they found the Valhalla Berserkers. Valhalla with the knock against WKS. Vagi coming in from the side, gets the re-knock, and that's it. Valhalla Berserkers eliminated because Lurifax found Raleigh. And therefore, we are down our first team. Rank at number 14 for the Valhalla Berserkers. Circle shifts this time, well, to the eastern, northeastern part of the map, southeastern part of the map. Omiji might be in trouble. Oh well, still quite far in the air. And Janice. Oh, Janice. Oh, Janice. Oh, Janice. Janice spotted by Adrian. Mia might be a bit too late. Has to face off against 3 sprays. Will unfortunately not even get the first knock. Onskin with nade in hand. And that nade, well, does not hit anything. Onskin gets it though. Yeah, now hit as well. Now it's a 4 against 1 situation. Oh, and that nade hit perfectly. Mia eliminated. Momiji secures the last kill, and over here we have another fight between the Troublemakers 3 and it's up to Radiant OGs. Oh, Urban knocked by an 8. That does not hit. The Cheese with a knock against Rusty Razor. Eliminated by the 8 Nor. Aka just falling back. Alright. I don't have a clue what happens. But I want to stay alive. Staying alive. That's the same thing Space Shark is thinking. Because he heard Axe 3600 arriving. We're just trying to stay alive against the trouble, the tactical stocks over here. Lorifex now in trouble though. Gets knocked as well, and that's it for him. WKS and Chris Troyer, the last 2 standing. As we can see. Oh, Matzi in trouble as well. That nade hit perfectly, and it hit a gas can. That's very unfortunate. That's the reason I always say, if you have a gas can in your building, get rid of it as soon as you can. Same goes for X3600 saying, well, let's get rid of 1 foot in the grave as fast as we can. What are you doing? It's Ian, didn't you? Gets knocked by Hannon. And that's it for him. 1 foot in the grave, down to 1 player in the game was Tiger Bomb. And that circle shifted away from everybody except for Team Knack and Malman. Destroyer knocked. That just leaves one, and Popsicle eliminates WKS with that nade. Tactical knocks out on rank 12. Boom has found a spot, and right in front of him is Little Cheese. Was taken out Space Shark. So at least some retribution, even if it's an opponent team or opposing team. Move, 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 move. Almost. He could almost see him. Now. Spray and knock. And that's it for Little Cheese. Gets eliminated by Tiger Bomb. Unfortunately for Tiger Bomb, there's still 3 more players for the Troublemakers 3. And 4 more players. Oh, well. 3.5 more players for the Troublemakers 2. After Adrian gets knocked by Silverin. But the nade from Arik finds Packer. The bomb in trouble. And he gets eliminated by the 8 Nor. Just behind him, and that is it. Push coming in from Max 3600 against the Norse Navigators. Craziest knock by the car explosion, and now it's just Axel in a 1 against 4 situation. Is not looking good for him. Gets eliminated. Norse Navigators out on rank number 9. We are down to our top 8 and therefore to the placement points. Over here we still have 2 players left for Gohok. No, 3 players left for Gohok. They lost 1, which was non-life. If I'm not mistaken. Not the best position. Knek and Momon over here in a good position. We still have Acid over here, currently holding the east of the circle. They ignore within knock against Grönland. Troublemaker 3 advancing as well. Might face off against the Troublemakers 2 in a few seconds. Mr. Alec trying to move forwards. Down here we still have non-life for Los Polos Hermanos. That's my fault. I did move him to Gohok for a while. And they're in trouble. Hannum with the nade against Popsicle successful. Grönland eliminated. So it's just Langerfinger. Just flashes and drives away. I mean, he could have gotten Popsicle in the back of the car. And then res him over here. Oh, nice spray by Mommy G, and he eliminates 2, and therefore the Troublemakers 3 are eliminated. Troublemakers 2 again in a good situation. 7 kills for them already. They need to get the rest on Irek though. Popsicle, whoa, might be up for grabs. The grumpy old bastards 4 are eliminated. Mr. Alec kills Mjansrud, but gets eliminated by Sloppy Jarvis. One of the 2 players left for Los Polos Hermanos. Los Polos Hermanos, they want to get back on 3rd place. 5 kills, so just 2 points. At least in this match, behind the Troublemakers 2. But the Troublemakers 2 are left with 3 players standing. Well, Los Polos Hermanos is down to 2 players. But that might change. Adrian has been spotted. I'm not too sure if he should shoot, and the answer is nope. Don't do it, at least for now. His Mommy G gets a spray and gets a knock. Oh, and he gets eliminated by Adrian. No chance that Sloppy will be fast enough to go for the race. But he might be fast enough to get the kill there. Nope. No. Adrian knocked as well, though, again by Sergeant Killerhead. Just barely got the kill in. But now they have to move. Pick him up. Take him with you, man. Not a question. Just do it. Meanwhile, Langefinger is getting another airdrop in. I mean, well, why not? MK14 for him. And a blue zone backpack. Also links over here. Meanwhile, Stian is knocked. Iceberg with a knock against Mommy G. Gets the kill as well. Sergeant Killer confirms the kill against Adrian. And I guess we have a crash. Very unfortunate. That means we'll hop over to the camera scene for a second. And you have to see me while we wait to get back into the match. Hopefully we don't miss too much. That would be unfortunate. But yeah, it looks like we won't even have 2 matches complete without a crash. That's always the, roulette game with PUBG. If you're lucky, you get through 6 matches observing without a crash. If you're unlucky, well, you don't even get through 2 without having to reboot after each match. Hopefully that was the only crash we have today. But I'm not quite too sure. We'll see. Nonetheless, we are loading back into the match. And that means we'll hopefully be able to join back into the match as well. Very, very unfortunate. Match is still in progress. John back in. And we're down to our last 5 teams. Arik over here still alive for the Troublemakers 2 with 9 kills so far. 7 kills for X3600, while Hannon is eliminated in Gehofting with a kill. Team Knecker Marmel 3 kills so far. Then we have Gehawk with 2 for Langefinger, who's trying to get the kill in against Stian. Ice Bear. Both there should be an opponent quite close. Nate was not too bad, not too good either though. Blue zone Nate, and that will be not too good for Langefinger. Got the first 8 in, but that Nate from Silverin was enough to get the kill in. We're down to our top 4, 1, 2, and, 3 and 4 players. Oh, another Nate, another knock in Crafting, and Easter plays both down. Over going for the rest. Sergeant Killerhat with the Nate. That should be it. Well, he just hit the damn lamp. Yeah, no chance. Golfing crawling down the stairs. I know one of the opponents is quite close. Don't blame with a knock against Sergeant Killerhat. Kill's not confirmed yet. Most likely will not be confirmed. For now. Line skill now. The last man standing. Shots from Arik. Gets attack in. Line skill now knows there's someone close there. Most likely Arik will be... Well, nope, not like that. Arik has not seen him. Icebear, though, with the kill against Arik. I mean, Lion Skill could have gotten the kill, but didn't even realize it. Not quite sure if this is... Yeah, this is the emergency cover flare. And we're down to... Well, 2 full teams and 1 player. Stian against Lion Skull. The rest of his team is facing off against Team Kneck and Malman. 7 kills so far for Acid. Icebear with 5 kills has the most damage as well with 905. Arik though is 752 damage tanked before he was eliminated. You can see Lion Skull has, well, barely any utility left. Looking way better for Acid and Icebear with a nice shot against Engulfing. Same Team Kneck and Malman, even though with a bit of utility left. They lost Engulfing though. Skull will not do anything. Silver in. Took a good spot, quite close to Team Kneck and Malman. Skull gets a knock against Easter Place. Will try to go for the risk, could not. And that's it, GG, well played. Lion Skull says, alright, I'm gonna make this. Oh, gets a knock. Does he get the knock? No, he does not. Oh my god, he does not even get the knock, but dies to the blue zone. 10 kills for Team Acid with a winner chicken dinner. 2,420 damage as well as 10 assists. We're gonna hop over for a quick break before we return with match number 3. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. As you can see, the Troublemakers 2 made it up a rank, while Gehok goes down a rank. Troublemaker 3 still leading with 233 points, but the Troublemakers 2 are coming closer with 208. 202 points now for Gehok on rank 3. Then we have 187 for Los Polos Hermanos, while X3600 is getting closer as well with 183 points. So only 4 points behind them. Then we have 169 for Team Knick and Malmon, as well as for Acid. 144 for the tactical stocks, One Foot in the Grave with 127, the Ishaf Gorillion OGs with 120, 113 for the Norse Navigators, 99 for Zombie Gamers Smashing, 85 for the Valhalla Berserkers, and 73 for the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. And with that, let's hop into match number 3. As you can see, we are on Rondo. And this plane pass says, well, there is not that much for most of the teams, but still a good chunk for them to reach. And even if it's not in the north of the map, there's still a good places. There are still good places for them to drop to. Well, let's see X3600, Los Polos Hermanos, and the tactical stops dropping out first. That might be our first hot drop over here, considering that Kian's route is already hovering about the shopping mall, it seems. Well, at least it seemed. So he's going for that little, well, sports center hall, whatever. Going for the car. Hopefully stays alive long enough. We'll see. Then over here we have Neox Factory and Test Track split with Acid and the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. The Hawk going for their compounds. To the left of that, Yulin being played by the Troublemakers 3. Then we have the Valhalla Berserkers close to them, also in the circle. Team Knick and Malmon in a Fong Tun. Hungshan played by the Ishaf's Gorillion OGs, the team currently closest to the center of the circle. Then we have the Norse Navigators in Long Ho, and over here in Dungeon we have Zombie Gamers Smashing, and we forgot Mayran and the Troublemakers 2, as well as Genenia City with X3600. So those are our teams. They want to stay alive. They want to get the kill. Oh, I forgot about One Foot in the Grave going for Muho Pan. But no contest will be there. So, currently, the teams closest to one another are over here. Grumpy Old Bastards 4 and Team Acid. As well as over here, the tactical stocks. And on the other side, Los Polos Hermanos. The question is, who of those two will fight first? Or will there be another team going for rotation again? Because as you can see, the 8 Nor already found a spot he wants to play or wants to drive through. And is getting closer to the center of the circle, which would be roughly around here on top of that little hill. Oh, well, roughly. This is more like it. More center-ish. So we have that little compound over here, which is not really holding any cover. We have that compound over there, and obviously this compound over there. He's currently driving in the direction of. Not really sure if he should go there, but at least thinking about it. That's looking good. All right. Got our first man close to the center of the circle. Grumpy Old Bastards 4 already on their rotation. forgot something. Give me a second. All right, as we can see, little cheese already trying to join his teammate, the 8th Nor, in the center of the circle. So far, we have not lost a player yet. That might change, though. So far, Mr. Emoji has taken the most damage with 87. I'm not quite sure what happened there, Mr. Emoji. Any statement? Let's see what Team Acid has to say about that. Well, Remus was not really sure if he should drive into the tree or not, but he decided to stop the natural way with the tree in mind. Shots coming in from the Asia's Guerrillino G's in that direction. They're also in a good spot in the circle. Meanwhile, you can see Team Acid go for this little hilltop. There's not that much cover, but it's good enough for now. Most likely will not be the middle of the circle. And over here we have Fannin with some shots in the direction of the Troublemakers. Too unfortunately for him. His crosshair is dancing more than, well, dancing. But sorry for that. Sometimes I have my quirky or dumb 5 minutes where I try to make a joke out of nothing. Over here, the other half of the Troublemakers too, in this case Munskin and Eirik, is trying to drive over the other bridge after they realized, well, we should not drive over the same bridge Adrian and Mommy D took, because, well, they are opponents and they must shoot at us. Meanwhile, we can see that the tactical stocks decided to take a different approach than the Troublemakers 2 did. Over here we can see more players of the Troublemakers 3 with Reload, Ronnie and Urban searching for a spot in the circle which has not been taken yet. See if this works out for them. Him is trying to fight the knock against the 8 Nor. But so far, we're still far away from losing a player. I mean, as we can see, Valhalla Berserkers over here, close to the bridge, might be able to catch a team. The skaters might be Gehok. Still have to get into the circle, but Gehok also had the option to take this bridge. But on the other side, there's still another team waiting in form of the Northern Navigators, even though they are not that close. Right. See, did we miss something? No, we did not. Still everyone alive. Nobody even took a chunk of life out there. But the circle shifted, and that circle shift is still a good for the Ishav's Guerrillian OGs, as well as Acid, Troublemakers 3, and the Grumpy Old Bastards. Troublemakers 2 might be losing a player. This continues because they were quite close to Summer Game is smashing. We're just trying to scare them away, I guess. I might try. I'm gonna do it in the break. The break, I'm gonna try to enhance a feature I built between the 4th and 5th game day. Because everybody who knows scripting knows you're never done with scripting. And over here, we are never done with fighting. Ishav's Guerrillian OGs against Los Polos Hermanos. Some life coming in from the side. John over here. Rusty Raid over there. Pekka trying to get away there. The back we can see the tactical stocks. Losing a chunk of life there. I'm trying to get away. It's alright, it's not worth it. I'm the only one close to the enemy. Why should I fight them? Let's try to get away. Try to regroup. Get into a better position. While over here we can see Summer Game is smashing against X3600. Everybody else has made it to the circle. Over here we still have an unlooted airdrop. Let's see who's missing out. P90. Yo guys, you're missing out. You're missing out hard. Rusty with the new scope on top of his MP5K. Oh, and gets floored by Sloppy Jarvis, who still was watching out for his teammates. First kill of the game awarded. Sloppy Jarvis takes it home for Los Polos Hermanos. You can see John though with 98 damage as well. Over here, Axe 3600 made it to that compound as well. Aside from that, we can see a few teams made it to the new circle. A few still need to make their way though. Acid, Team Knack and Malman, Valhalla Berserkers, the Troublemakers 3 who are already on their way. 1 foot in the grave, and last but not least, the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. Over here, John Packer and Newt. They still need to find a possible position to play. And over here, Steos is not too happy about his life choices at the moment. Oh, WKS knocks him out. He still has a little dip over here, so he might see it. I'm not quite sure which skin that is. Or will he stay alive? That's a big question. It's over here. Very interesting spot to play. And I know I had endings over there. In esports. He says, alright, I'm gonna make a run for it. Yeah, maybe it's not too safe. Good choice. Therefore, the grumpy old bastards fort will stay 4 players for now. Meanwhile, we have an MK14 for Ingehoffding. Was that called airdrop? I have to check something. There we go, that's looking better. Right. Mortar play by Grönland. Not quite sure if he will not knock himself out. Okay. Oh, that was not too bad. A bit further. Or a bit shorter. Depending on who he wanted to hit. That was almost the same. That was a bit further, but not far enough. One more? Nope. Alright. One more. Circle shift again. Good position for the grumpy old bastards over here. And if I'm not mistaken, the end circle will be around here-ish on top of the hill. So I'm not quite sure where the grumpy old bastards decide to go back, but maybe they don't know. Sark pushed some shots trying to disable some tires. Not the worst you can do, not the best you can do either. Over here. Might get some new friends for the tactical stocks in form of Axe 3600, and this is utter madness. Femty run over by Lion Skull. Gets eliminated by Veggie, and that nade fights them all. Lurifex out. Tactical stocks annihilate Axe 3600. It looks like the destroyable terrain is working here now as well. Quite sure before the last patch we had some issues with that one. Up against Ruving, Banut. Knack and Moment eliminated by the whole Berserkers. Why did that happen? Over here. Oops, over here. No, that's the Chef Corino, geez. Over here. I can see. And now the grumpy old bastards are, well, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Grönland takes out Miss Ramoji. Fortune in there. There's Matzi on top of the hill as well. Facing off against Dreas. As we can see, circle shifted again in their favor. Sloppy Jaris with the knock against Matzi. Like I said, this is not looking good for them. Should have played the position the Hawk is now holding. They're like trying to drop down, yeah. Play the check. Cannot be destroyed. You're the last man standing, bro. He's thinking about fighting. Don't go down without a fight. Yeah. Decides to go for the better approach. Can he go for the rest on Matzi? Fine. There's Langefinger. Popsicle and Groenland have no clue. Meanwhile, we can see Lanky made his way up the hill. Should not shoot, because right above him, Gehok is waiting. Meanwhile, we see a lot of movement on the map. Tactical stocks against Isaf's Guerrillian OGs. Tactical stocks just flying in here. Onute is now in trouble against Team Acid and the players from Los Polos and Hermanos. Meanwhile, Mulhole Berserk is facing off against the Troublemakers. 3 and reload. Roddy takes home. Oh no, I got a mistaken. I got a mistake there. A little cheese takes out the last man standing with Bow Harbor. Troublemakers 3 should be able to stay. All 3 players, all 4 players. Packer with a knock against Stian. Not quite sure why Silver is so far away, but he wants to take one down and can't decide. Unfortunately, Reload, Ronnie, and the 8 North still alive. That's not where I wanted to go. Beck and John now the last 2 men standing for Ishav's Guerrillian OGs. They can see the tactical stocks. There is a knock there. Meanwhile, we can see that also Team Acid, well, is down to 2 men. Or might be 1 in a few seconds. As Iceberg loses his cover. The ball with the knock against Mia. Okay, no, just waiting for his chance. The smoke coming out. Tries to get the tech in. But is unable to do so. Silver in. Still behind them. Needs to make a move. Not sure which one though. As we can see, this position was good for the Grumpy Old Bastards, but they decided to not go for it. Meanwhile, Janice takes home the kill against Mommy G, and that means the Troublemakers 2 are eliminated on rank 11 quite early this time. Just trying to get the kill in against Demon Life. Finger gets the kill for Lanky finally. 2-2 split, or 1-1-1 split over here for Gehok. 3 kills so far, craziest moving forwards. Spotted. Ronland gets a knock. And now it's P90 against P90. Space Shark knows there should be another P90 somewhere. Nice. Against bottle adjustment for a different rotation. Nice spray there against Popsicle and gets a knock. Holy smokes. Confirming that kill is important. Not if you lose all your ammo with your P90. And Gronland now with the first and second one. Nope, gotta correct myself. Urban gets a kill against Axel. Gets a flush against Popsicle Bug. So Gehok down to 3 players. Now the Troublemaker stream might be focusing on them. But first we have a fight between Los Polos Hermanos. And, well, I wanted to say Ishaf's Guerrilla OGs, but Newton John, not too sure about what their teammate tried there with Becker. And the last man standing. Quite sure if he wants to go for that fight. Meanwhile, over here, WKS finds Tigerbone with his nade. Goes for the destruction of the car. Good thing though for Ruving. He still had his nade crater over here. Horrible terrain is helping No chance though for Tiger Bomb to do anything. WK has no bad roving is there. Can see the backpack. Just needs 2 centimeters more. Meanwhile, Gahok is eliminated on rank 7 by the Troublemakers 3, finally getting back into the game. After those dreaded 2 first matches, they need some more points. Destroyer has no nade as well. Let's see what his teammates have. No nades, just smokes and flashes. At least some heal. No chance though to get roofing. Dennis with 3 nades. Would be happy about that kill. But game is smashing so far. It's 2 kills, 1 foot in the grave, eliminated. Roofing moved. And therefore got into the crosshairs of Chris Troyer. Over here, Los Polos Hermanos. So far, 3 kills for them. Troublemaker 3 with 8 already. Like I said, the first 2 matches were not in their favor, but finally they're getting back into it. Three kills each, 4 Little Cheese and the 8 Nor. 1 each for Reload, Ronnie and Urban. Not quite sure why Little Cheese did not go for the ammo from... I'm not quite sure who it was. One of the players from Gahok. Otherwise, he would have more than 130. 38, 83 in the reload. We're down to 5 teams though. 15 players left alive. 27 minutes have been played. And another one goes down with Mjansrud. Jansrud, Nomlife and Sloppy Charis moving forwards with Nomlife getting knocked by Matzi. Trying to find the second knock as well. And has no ammo anymore. Bro, Mr. Alec has 203 reload. For freaking MP5k. Matzi has none. Oh, he did find some. But bro, why don't you share the ammo? Would have been too easy, I guess. Kianthrut in the building. Nomlife back on his feet thanks to Sloppy Jarvis. Oh, that volley was not perfect, but the shot from Urban seals the fate of Matzi. There we go, with the knock against Nomlife from above. Goes down again. Meanwhile, Mr. Alec in a 1 against 2 situation gets a knock in. Oh, and gets both of them. Eliminating Los Polos Hermanos on rank number 4. Mr. Alec with the clutch situation. While Little Cheese gets the knock against Lorifax. Pushing forwards. Destroyer and Vaggie now the last 2 remaining players. Oh, and he has to reload. Tactical stalks. He finds him. He knocks him. Little Cheese takes another one home. 5 kills for him. Vaggie still alive. A nasty hit though. Little Cheese finds him again and that's it. GG, well played. The tactical stocks have been eliminated on rank 3. And now it's 1 against 4. Mr. Alec will not survive this. One way or the other. Because the circle is closing in. He's just waiting for his time. No chance to stay alive. That nade did fail though. Quite sure if they don't want to move down or if Mr. Alex says, alright. It doesn't matter. Oh, he moves. Oh, he moves. Meanwhile, Troublemaker 3 did move as well. Nobody has seen Mr. Alec. I mean, if he would have been smart, he would have just rushed through here. And then up here, but that's way too late now. And that's it, GG, well played. Little Cheese has found him as well. 15 kills for the Troublemaker 3 with 2,194 damage and 8 assists. Gets them, well, or keeps them in the lead. Without a question, we'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 4, then on Tego. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. As you could see in the break already, we have 258 points for the Troublemaker 3, 209 for Gorok, now taking back second rank. Same points though for the Troublemakers 2, with the tiebreaker being the placement points, if I'm not mistaken, I guess. 194 points for Los Polos Hermanos on rank 4. Then we have 5th place for X3600 with 183 points. Acid with 170, 169 for Team Kinect and Molman, 161 for the Tactical Stocks, 130 for One Foot in the Grave, 123 for Ishev's Guerrilla Nogis. The Norse Navigators with 114, 104 points for Samigami Smashing, 89 for the Vulnerable Berserkers, and last but not least, the Grumpy Old Bastards with 81 points. Let's hop over. Match number 4 is a go. As you can see, we are back on a Taco, and over here we have a beautiful, at least icing beautiful leaderboard, which we can show in between, which is our division leaderboard. But I'm gonna leave it out of here. As you can see, the teams already have taken the plane, and our plane path, well, could be better, could be worse, but still, it's a plane pass. Everybody is lucky to have one. So as you can see, Terminal being played by 3 teams, it seems. Acid, Team Kinect and Moment, and the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. Let's see if Don't Blame will be in a fight against Mr. Moji and her teammates, or not only taking the transporter and making a run for it. Meanwhile, over here, Team Acid is facing off against Team Kinect and Moment. Stream is over here quite close to Easter Place and Inkerhofting. Let's see, do we have any other critical? Oh yes, we do have over here. First knock against Henry. And he is Henry, and he is eliminated by a Roxy. That means the whole Berserker is taking home the first kill of match number 4 of the day against the lineup from... Where's that shit fit? So we can leave it in for now, I guess. Against the team of Axe 3600. Bombers over here might be having an off angle depending on where Axe 3600 will move. He also has to move to his teammate though. And over here the fight is commencing. Iceberg got knocked already. Again. Our screen is knocked. Silver in. And Stian, the last 2 players. Oh, and it's just one. Silverin, the last man standing. Facing off against Team Kinect and Moment there. Just prone on top of the building. Not quite sure if that will be successful though. Team Kinect and Moment quite happy though, because they didn't lose the player, even though Don't Blame was not even close. Often going for the flush against Ice Bear. Silverin making a run for it, saying, alright, maybe I can get you back later on. Apparently he's the only man left standing, leaving that place though, because the circle shifted, and it shifted in favor of John for Ishav's Guerrillian OG, because he already made his way into the center of the circle. Good position for now. The question is, will it be enough? And will he be able to keep that spot? That's the most interesting question over here. We still have 3 players left, like I said, for X3600. 4 players left for Valhalla Berserkers, who are making a run for it as well. And that means X3600 might be able to get a res in. Well, over here, the Troublemakers 2 are having emergency pickup. I'm not quite sure if Mommy G will make it in time, though. Yeah, he did. Alright, let's see where the Troublemakers 2 are heading. Because that most likely will be the most interesting thing to see for now. Considering that there's no one even remotely close to one another. I mean, yeah. Los Polos Hermanos is quite close to 1 foot in the grave. But close is not close enough. Oh, and there's a fight over here. Shots fired, non-life. Falling back, I'm not quite sure why they didn't shoot more against Tigerbaum and Winnetou. Because that looked like a safe kill. Fight between Summer Game Smashing and the Troublemakers 3 as well. But Reload Ronnie and the 8 Nora are not sure as well, though. Let's see if Easter Place has anything to say over here. Inka Hofting with the knock against Reload Ronnie. He is eliminated as well, and that means we lose our next player of the game. 50 players left standing. Or at least left driving, flying, whatever. Aaron has come back. I'm not quite sure if that airdrop is new, because otherwise, well, just, no, it's not that new. But just land over here, there are airdrops. There should be enough loot to last you a lifetime. At least when you just come back. That is. We can see circle so far is quite stacked. That's coming out by Parker. Unfortunately, is not able to get a knock-in or even pop a tire against Urban. Ooh. Different over here. Norse Navigators have taken out Janice and Mia. Or at least almost taken out Mia. Still alive there. At least Lanky and Origin. Who's still on his way, not even close to his teammates. But close to Team Knack and Mormon, who might be willing to get a kill in. Still over here, the other side of the river. Silver and well. Not quite sure what he's doing. Maybe trying to get his teammates back. Could do that. Lanky taking a hit. Might lose his car tire. Cannon with the kill against Raleigh. Ooh, nice headshot. Not enough to get a knock-in though. But at least a nice try. Take a moment with some more shots in the direction of the tactical stocks. Currently searching for a way into the circle. Sylvan still not sure if he should go for the chips or not. Well, meanwhile, down here we lose Hannon. Got the kill against Roll, but is eliminated by the Valhalla Berserkers. Unfortunate for him. Dropped into that compound. And found an opponent to kill. But found 3 more. Who wants to kill him? Circle shifts in favor of all the teams currently close to that position here. We are currently circling. Los Polos Hermanos in a good position. Good position as well, though, for Sergeant Killerhead and Lion Skull. Because they at least could find some loot. Oh, hand can through it. With a knock, Lion Skull eliminated. Sergeant Killerhead trying to fall back. Getting out of there without getting seen. It looks like it might succeed. Fortunately for him, the question is, where do you want to go? The answer is nowhere. Most likely to where Femti currently is. That would be the best option he has. Arjun most likely might have gotten the chips off his teammates. Could rest them over here. Can see another recall over here. That means that the Valhalla Berserkers will be back with 4 players. Because they just recalled Shirala. Shots by the Ishavs Guerrilla G's in the direction of the Hawk. Over here, there's a lot of airdrops. Circle shifts again. Good spot for almost all the teams except for Team Kneck and Malman, the Tactical Stocks, and the Troublemakers too, as well as Valhalla Berserkers and Silverin as last man standing for his team. The next possible blue chip tower for him would have been over here. Well, that's out in the blue now. You can see 3 players coming back. All together with Screamis and Stian. As well as Ice Bear. 4 players it is. So Silverin did get them back. The question is, where do they want to loot? The answer is over here which is a good spot because it's crossing the circle. And over here we have the Troublemakers 3 facing off against the lineup from X3600. Little Cheese, the last man standing, facing off against Sergeant Killerhat. Oh, and that nade was beautiful. No chance for Little Cheese. And that means X3600 takes out the winner of match number 3. So far, we had a new winner in every match of today. Which is not the norm. Origin losing Lanky most likely. Nice tech there. But he might die in a few seconds. Because as we can see, Team Kneck and Mom is already getting close. Severin eliminated by Kjansrud. That means he got his teammates back, but got eliminated shortly after. And Craziest takes off the hat of Lanky and therefore, no, of Origin, and therefore Zombie Game is smashing, are eliminated. Space Shark over here wants to play with the mortar. At least wanted to pretend to play with the mortar. Next circle shift. Next shot coming in. Acid lost another player. Oh no, it's still Silverin. Who tried to get close to his teammates. Was unsuccessful though. And it looks like Acid is willing to face off against Los Polos Hermanos. Circle shift not in their favor though. Polos Hermanos with a 2-2 split. Tactical stocks over here. Close to the Ishaf's Guerrillian OGs. We're back with 4 players as well. Oh, beautiful headshot by John against WKs. Top of the hill, we still have the Troublemakers too. And now can get closer to their namesakes of the Troublemakers 3 again. Go with the re-knock against WKs. Reflex not sure what to do. Gets attacked from behind by Rusty Raider. Oh, and that nade was unfortunate. Sean just going back out. Rusty with the knock there. From top of the building. That leaves 3. In the back we can see the rotations from 1 foot in the grave and the Troublemakers 2. Well, John gets the kill against Lurifax. Confirms the kill, but it's said. Over here this will be interesting. Team Asset losing Ice Bear. Question is, can Cian and Screamers do something? The answer is nope, they lose their car. Bumbus has not seen Stian yet. Oh yes. Well, gets the first tack in, second tack in. No knock. I would have thought that would have been a knock, but well. The game and players chose differently. Veggie eliminated as well by the blue zone. You can see over here. Playing below the bridge. Take a bomb. Knocked by Rusty Razor. Empty and Sergeant Killerhat. The lucky ones, theoretically. Picking now the only man left standing for the Ishaf's Guerrillian OGs. He's X3600 moving. Champion Sergeant Killer had still left alive. Meanwhile, Chris Troyer eliminates one foot in the grave before he is eliminated by Axel. Mommy G and Munske knocked. This is not looking too good for the Troublemakers too. They are in trouble now. See where the others are. Over here. Really far away. Nice split though. Did not pay off. Oh, Stian again with a knock against Roller. Trying to confirm that kill. I would have used the faulty there. You're now trying to make a move. Grumpy Bastards 4. Still all 4 alive. Over here we have 3 players left for the Norse Navigators. 2 players left for the Troublemakers 2. With Arik and Adrian. Pekka trying to make a move. Meanwhile, Munskin is eliminated, as well as Dreas. Down here we can see the rotation from Los Polos Hermanos. And Pekka gets the knock against Non-Life. Kill confirmed. Oh, that car flew a bit. And, well, Pekka. That did not pay out. Unfortunately for him, the car explodes and therefore he's eliminated. Same goes for Roxy, who will die now. Because of blue as well. Janthrud now close to Adrian. Idric tried to come closer, but was knocked and eliminated by Matsi. Grumpy Bastards 4 in a good position there, at least for now. Circle might shift against them though. If I'm not mistaken, the end Circle was closer to the Norse Navigators. He's the place over here. Knows that the Norse Navigators are there somewhere. He sees the cars. Oh. Circle says nope. Sergeant Killerhead is eliminated on rank 9 for Axe 3600. And that means we're down to the top 8. Adrian with some nice shots against Janthrud. Last man standing for the Troublemakers 2. Only 3 kills so far, and all 3 by Arik. Inca with a knock against those. Bambus prone. Quite sure why Stian has not killed him yet. Oh, he wanted to get that bold headshot. Stian with a kill against Bambus. Valhall Berserkers eliminated on rank 8. And that means we're down to the top 7 now. Half of the leaderboard still remains. Let's see where Team Knack and Malmo will go. 4 men, 1 car. In PUBG, this is not the optimum. But they have at least 2 cars. They're deciding to go for the low road. 2 shots by Stian. Not sure why though. They decide to play in front of him. That's Gronlin's chance. If he would have an 8. But he gets a knock. Mr. Alec as well against Easter Place. This is not looking good for Team Kneck and Malman. Volvo gets a knock against Popsicle. Langerfinger as well. That means Gronland in a 1-against-1 situation. Theoretically. Go for the rest. Inca pushing forward. Sees him and gets knocked. And now it's Easter Place. Good night. If it would have been cooked. Oh, that bounces off his opponent and Easter Place almost kills himself with that one. You know, over here, quite close to the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. Easter Place now the last man standing for Team Kneck and Malman. 7 kills to their name. Jan through it with some shots in the direction of Adrian, who tried to at least keep his car safe. Breach by the North Navigators. Quite sure if this is, well, the most secure place if you're driving to the gas station. Question is, what can Steen do? And what will the others do? Because Los Polos Hermanos is moving as well. Adrian now in trouble. And that's it for him. Troublemakers 2 eliminated. Sloppy Jarvis takes the last kill home. Well, the North Navigators say, yeah, let's throw some nades. Roman so far with 4 kills, most kills of the match. Roxy with 621 damage though, the most damage distributed. So like over here. Oh my god, Cian, you could have had him. You could have had him. And he knows yes. I mean, player's prone down there as well. Cian, you will die. No question asked. Coming out. He's going for that pro move. Good thing for him. The Grumpy Old Bastards 4 decide to push against the North Navigators. Oh, nice, Nate. Oh, and another nice one. Now it's only one. Mr. Alec against 3 North Navigators. Oh, I gotta correct myself. 2 North Navigators. Going for the rest, bro. You will die. I'm not quite sure what that was. It was suicide. Prolonged suicide, I guess. We can see 2 solos over here. Easter Place and Steen. For Team Acid and Team Kneck and Malman. 3 players left for Los Polos Hermanos. They're searching for their chicken dinner. And the North Navigators over here with Axel and Craziest. As we can see on the scoreboard so far. Team Kneck and Malman. Yeah, Team Kneck and Malman currently on rank 7. And for them would be good. Los Polos Hermanos wants to get back into the top 3. With that chicken dinner, they would have that chance. North Navigators on rank 11 so far might be able to make it to the top 10. And last but not least, Team Acid Steen. He wants to get his team into the top 5. And with that chicken dinner, he could do it. He's the place almost standing like that. Floppy Jar is in a good position. Or as we can see, he is just right direct in the middle of the circle. That position. Ian might be able to hinder the dreams of the North Navigators of that chicken dinner. Taking blue zone damage. They need to move forwards. That would be Stian's chance to get 2 kills. The play is moving forwards by inch as well. Craziest tact. Stian spotted. North Navigators eliminated. Stian eliminated by the place. And now it's a 1 against 3. Team Knack and Molman versus Los Polos Hermanos. From Easter Place, POV sees Mjansrud, tries to spray, and gets eliminated. GG, well played. Would have been a chicken dinner, Los Polos Hermanos. 5 kills. More kills though by Team Knack and Molman with 8 kills, as well as 6 assists. 1,364 damage though. Most damage by Los Polos Hermanos. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 5, our first match on Wrangle. And we are back with the updated leaderboard, of course. 258 points now for the Troublemakers 3, 216 for Kochoke, and 214 for the Troublemakers 2, followed by 209 for Los Polos Hermanos. First place so far for X3600 with 187 points, 183 for Team Knack and Malman, as well as 176 for Team Acid. Then, on rank number 8, we have the Tactical Stocks with 163 points, 132 for One Foot in the Grave, 127 for the Ishaf's Carillion OGs, 126 for the Norse Navigators, 104 for Stormy Game is Smashing, as well as 95 for the Ballhall Berserkers, currently clutching inch by inch closer to the 100 points, as well as the Grumpy Old Bastards 4 with 88 points. And with that, we will hop over to the most beautiful map PUBG has to offer, at least in my opinion. We will hop back onto the map where everything started, Erangel. And with that, welcome to match number 5. Erangel is here, and that means we are unfortunately very close to the end of the current day, but fret not. Next week, on Monday, we will hop into day number 6 of the Norgesligaen Div 4. And as you can see, our playing path starts close to Zaki and will end on Sosnovka Island. So that means we have a good position and good possible spots for all the teams dropping out of the plane. Right, 30 seconds remain. I'm gonna put in the leaderboard again so you can see the current points for the teams as well. Like I said, this was built in the meantime. I'm not quite sure if I can make it still a bit smaller. I guess so. Let's see how 450 looks. Like, what's 400 like? Yeah, that works. That works. I'll put it up a bit so this looks better. Let's up and do that. Plane. And this should. This looks okay-ish, I guess. Make it a bit broader. So it's what I wanted. It kind of aligns with the. We need to make it a bit. Kind of aligns with the teams. That would have been an idea. Nonetheless, let's hop back to the match. As you can see, all the teams have dropped out already. And it's not looking like we have any contest whatsoever for the foreseeable future. Except for the two teams over here. Troublemaker 3 and Team Acid, with Silverin and Little Cheese being quite close to one another. Both will find a car though, most likely. Not. Oh. Alright, Silverin searching for a spot close to his teammates. We can see Urban and Little Cheese with 2 spots of their own, while the 8 Nor and Reload Johnny are going for the snake split. While Asper says, alright, I'm going to leave that to you. We're going to fall back, search for a different spot. Sharkfin, one of the few things they could grab with Screamers over there. The rest most likely will take the farm split or even Milter power. Milter. That's still up for grabs. Nonetheless, Circle in favor of all the teams who dropped for a quite central approach. We have the Troublemakers 2 over there on Sosnovka Island. They need to move. Same goes for the Tactical Stocks and the Norse Navigators. Then we obviously have X3600 over here. Team Connect and Malman, they need to move a bit. One of them. Don't blame. But don't blame him. He will move. Gohok, as well as Ishaf's Carillion OGs, still need to make their way to the circle. With Ishaf's Carillion OGs having one of the simplest ways. There's no one close to them. Except maybe for X3600, but they will go for the central approach. Let's see if I can get my draw dog back. There we go. So, Most likely, Ishas Garelian OGs will do this approach. That will be the easiest way. I'm gonna tune this down. So there we go. The Hawk most likely will either try this approach and then move over here. That would be a way. Same could be said for the players from X3600, even though I think X3600 either will make this move or move like this, because that would be the faster way. Nonetheless, we still have Team Kneck and Malman over here. They have to watch out for them, and they should know that. Yeah, Troublemakers 2 most likely will make the move over here, because they know the other teams are closer here. They know the tactical stocks are close to the bridge and could camp them. But nonetheless, question is, will they do that? Oops. All right. I did remove my marker. Nonetheless, as you can see, there's not that much happening at the beginning of the match, like I said, because what's their angle? The teams know that map like the depth of their pocket. And they also know the rotations of the other teams and the positions. So for the foreseeable future, I don't see a team fight. That might change though. And I'm not quite sure why Los Polos Hermanos is trying to drive away. Except for the obvious red zone. But guys, there's an airdrop coming in. Do you want that? I mean, finders keepers, but if you don't want it, you farmers. Level 3 gear. Los Polos Hermanos says, nah, we don't need that. They might get a team fight though. Because as we can see, they are close to Valhalla Berserker. We are obviously back in the packet loss circuits of PUBG. Over here we have 2 players for the Troublemakers 3, currently in the barns. Close to Pachinki. We can also see 9-tap bow joined. 1 foot in the grave. Did not play with them in the first 4 matches. Now he's back though. Oh, we have a beautiful Porsche skin for Tigerbomb. A black with the red racing stripe. Nice skin. Might have cost an arm and a leg though. And if you want to support me, use creator code INVI in game. You would be one of the first. Not lying there. It's like I usually say, I don't need the money. It's appreciated though. Everything that supports me is appreciated. Be it word of mouth. Be it friendly chatter in the chat. Be it critique. Even that. Or be it just a follow. Everything is better than nothing. As we can see, the destructible terrain has been inducted into Erangel as well. So now the red zone is destroying the roads and the fields as well. That means you can use grenades or explosions to create some cover. Even in the craters. There's a few things you cannot destroy, but a lot of stuff you can destroy and get some cover on the fields. stuff. Not on the roads, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure. First Nate coming in by stairs against Newt and Packer. Packer with the renade there. Maybe it was his nade. I'm not quite sure. Sanchez says, oh, nice shot there. 21 damage. The only one to make some damage yet. As we can see, that's a few meters. I mean, one of those boxes is 100 meters. This is 100, 200, 300, 350-ish meters. That's not too bad. Depending on who he shot. If it was Matsi, it would have been more like 400 meters. North Navigators deciding against the rotation. Excellent Space Shark getting shot hit. He is not sure where to go. And they decide to, well, at least stop somewhere. I mean, you can take that place. You can play here. That barn is not worse off than anything else. And you're quite close to Pachinki, so... Question is, where do you want to go when the circle shifts away? I mean, the current... Yeah, well, the chance that the circle will shift away from Pachinki is quite small, considering that Pachinki is currently the center of the circle. Or at least close to. But as you can see, the circle decides to shift northern. And therefore, Pachinki now is on the outer skirts. But as we can see, Steos and his teammates from the Grumpy Old Bastards 4 now being in the center of the circle. They might want to play this compound over here. I'm not going to say how, well, players name it. Because, that's not family friendly. I'm going to call it T compound. Because it kind of looks like a T. If you turn it upside down, it looks like something else, though. And Acid will face off against the Grumpy Old Bastards 4 now. Iceberg and Silverin over here. And I'm not quite sure what Steos was watching. He should have seen Silverin. Iceberg gets the re-knock, though. Oh, good Nate. Not perfect, though. Ah, Mr. Emoji knocked as well. What's he going for the rest on Steos? Meanwhile, Iceberg finds Mr. Alec. Oh no, and Matty had to good for him. Matty had to reload. Now it's Steos versus the world. In this case, versus Team Acid. That's it. GG, well played. Team Acid annihilates the Grumpy Old Bastards 4. Therefore, we are down to 13 teams. First team has been eliminated. As we can see, all the teams made it to the circle now. Even the troublemakers too. We're playing G-Con now. Shots from the wall berserkers in the direction of Los Polos Hermanos. That's an interesting M16 skin. Not quite sure if I've seen that one yet. I'm not quite sure if my settings are correct. Oh no, they're not. That's the reason everything looks so blurry. Well, this will look better now. Sorry for that, guys. Ah, now we can see. Now we can see the skin without issues. Circle shifts. Pachinki played by Valhalla Berserkers and Los Polos Hermanos, but they decided wrong. Center of the circle now being over here in the school and the apartments. Good position for Sami Game is smashing. Shots by Non-Life in the direction of 1 foot in the grave. Like I said, Los Polos Hermanos not in the circle yet. They need to make a move. The question is where to? We still have an airdrop over here. There's a Lynx and that emergency support flare. Next 3,600 making a move. The question is, where do they want to go? And will they find a spot to pull? The answer is, well, they just drive into one of the red zone craters, and that's not the best option you have. Because that takes a whole lot of speed out of your car. It makes you quite vulnerable getting shot at. And, well, empty, taking the next crater. Good thing for them. The apartments are still empty. Grimace has gone for the recall station. Silverin will be back in the game in a few seconds. Line Topo with a knock against Kiansrud. Shots coming out. Grimace losing a chunk of his life. 21 HP remain. And he loses his car as well. And 9 Topo with the bolty gets a knock in, and that most likely will be the kill. Kiansrud confirms it for Los Polos Hermanos and for his own account. Shots from the troublemakers, 3 in the direction of Valhalla Berserkers. We're going for the school. In the school, we already have the Sami Game is smashing. Meanwhile, though, the tactical stocks did fight against Team Knack and Malman, or Team Knack and Malman decided to eliminate the tactical stocks, except for WKS. Might die in a few seconds, though. One, two, three, and that's it. GG, well played. Tactical stocks eliminated on rank at 13 by Grönland. Or at least the last kill going on the count for Grönland. We can see the Valhalla Berserkers now took charge of the swimming pool. Silverin come back. Thanks to Screamus. Unfortunately for him, Screamus did not make it. He's in 37. Polos Hermanos making a move. I mean, right now, Silverin could go 1 for the airdrop and 2nd for his teammate. As thank you for, well, the rescue or the comeback. Roxy with some shots in the direction of Mjansrud. On the other side, Mjansrud is coming in, gets the knock, and almost tries to get the flush in. Raleigh has to reload, and, well, from the side, it's Bumbers. Going for the flush. Los Polos Hermanos. Pace that push with that D alive. Sloppy Jarvis going for the kill against Non-Life. I'm not quite sure why. That was his own teammate. Sloppy's down as well. Now it's just the answer. Thinking about going for the res. Not sure if he should though. Save rest, save rest. Smoke is in effect. So Harbaugh could go for the rest on Bombus. Meanwhile, Team Knack and Malman is trying to breach the North Navigators. Inca is able to do so. He's the place eliminated. Unfortunately, Inca not able to get the knock-in. Team Acid eliminated as well. Little Cheese getting the kills in. Inca, like I said, right here in the building below the North Navigators. We still have the Valhalla Berserkers facing off against Los Polos Hermanos. 2 against 2. Well, that A was not too bad. Good damage against Bombus. Yes, not for Harbour now coming in from the side. Tries to get the knock-in, but, well, that did not pay off. Mjansrud and Sloppy Jarvis eliminate the Valhalla Berserkers. Inca's still alive over here. Meanwhile, the Troublemakers to eliminate Ishav's Gorillian OGs on ring number 10. Arik, Munskin, and Mommy G still alive. Adrian, unfortunately, has been eliminated. Therefore, losing their fragger. One of their fraggers. Is still waiting over here below. We're in the same building as the North Navigators. Space Shark waiting on the stairs. Go for that kill. One blue zone nade would be all it takes. And then with a knock against Origin, Andreas knocked by Lenky. And that just means Mia is the last man standing or last woman standing. Not quite sure. Last player standing. Space Shark. Out of the building. For a brief second, Reload Ronnie and Urban with a kill against Tiger Bomb. Let's just win it too. And he's eliminated as well by the blue. 1 foot in the grave eliminated on ring 9, which leaves us with 8 teams. Not sure how we still have 8 teams over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's this. There are 2 teams over here. Munskin's nade. Almost by Sloppy. Oh, Sloppy just running into that nade. And that's it. Munskin with a double kill. Getting Mjansrud and Sloppy Jarvis. Los Polos Hermanos is eliminated on rank 8. And that one was important. Like you can see, Troublemakers 2 are just in front of Los Polos Hermanos. And behind Gohok. Meanwhile, Inca has been knocked by Space Shark and eliminated. That just means Team Knack and Moment is left with 2 players standing. And as you can see, Team Gohok is still in the match over here. With Langerfinger, Dreas and Popsicle. Match will decide if they can catch up to the Troublemakers 2. Or if the Troublemakers 2 will get away from them. When it comes to the points. Most likely with that shift over here. The next shift will go south again with a good position for Team Gohok. Well, not too good, I have to say. I mean, it could shift away again from the apartments. But still, as you can see, the Troublemakers too, they have to get out of this. I mean, they can play for a bit in this corner, but that's not something you want to do. They have still more than enough cars. They need to make a move for it. And the best move they can do or could do would be to breach one of the apps. In Troublemaker 3 so far with a good position over here, at least for the moment. Because there are not so many players who are watching the southern part of the map. I've been spotted by Femty. Gotta correct myself. Obviously, there are more players watching the south of the map than I thought. Knecken Malman, North Navigators, X3600 over here. Femty with a knock against Urban. Getting rest again by the 8 Nor. Still want to only call him the 8, but I am always attached to that Nor. Oh, Eric. Moving forwards. It's not looking too good for him. Car's almost blown to smithereens. There's tact. North Navigators. Move theoretically. Troublemakers too. Well, they are in trouble because they don't know where to move. Munskin's position is currently the best position they could have taken. G getting into the mansion. I'm not quite sure what that nade should hit, but for you. Arik, meantime, has been knocked and will bleed out. Or will get eliminated by the blue, though, that is. Oh, Urban. Just getting knocked when I switched to him. That's the Observer's fault, I guess. 4 kills so far for him. 3 for Kjansrud, 3 for Eirik Hannan, and a little cheese. Well, Urban is eliminated. That means he will not get more kills. So cheese now can take over when it comes to most kills. Reload Ronnie so far without a kill. Sergeant Killerhat with a knock against Ronnie. Oh, that nade could good. Nope. Too short. Way too short. I mean, the only thing that does is create cover for the Troublemaker 3. Theoretically. Both coming out. The Northern Navigators want to move forward. Same for Mommy G. Unfortunately, Mommy G is eliminated. Thanks to Hannern for X3600. That just leaves the Moonskin, who has the most assists so far. With 3. He also got 6 kills though. I mean, he still is in the circle over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he still is. One of the only players of the apartments clash. Oh, I can see a Panzer in hands of craziest. Play shark moving first. Munskin still in his corner, perched there. Craziest now with the Panzer in hand. Not quite sure if this is the wise position to move that way. Oh, he tried against Hannern. Still waiting. Axel with a kill against Don't Blame. Volvo is eliminated by Hannan as well. Being perched. This one building. Teams over here. Pressured by the circle. pressured by Gahok. And over here, still alive and kicking, farming points. Mia in the shack. Same goes for Munskin. 6 kills so far for them, 5 kills for Gahok. Question is, who will stay alive longer? The answer, most likely, might be Gahok. Because they are still in the circle. Munskin is not. He needs to move. He still has the car, though. Play Shark and Axel with the kill against Enern. And Munskin has been eliminated by Space Shark. The North Navigators with the kill against the last man standing from a team from the Troublemakers too. Sergeant Killerhead would like to push forwards. I've seen 2 players of the North Navigators. A Shark gets knocked by Femti. Luzon pushing forwards. Craziest. Oh no, Femti dies to himself. Craziest with a knock. Femti had a molly in the sand. Mia still lucky. Axel spotted. Craziest goes down and that's it. Langefinger with the kill against Axel. When we check the leaderboard, the current one. X3600 with cover. Question is, how many smokes do they have left? Oh, that was the wrong one. The answer is none. That's not too good. Sergeant Killerhead with a knock against Reyes. Langefinger and Popsicle remaining. Mia with an 8 in hand. Bit too early. Nice try though. Focus more on Gahok. Oh no, on Sergeant Killerhead, I guess. Trying to find an off angle. He needs to move forwards as well. So can advance proning. Smoke. Nobody knew Mia was there. That smoke might confirm her position. His position, I'm still unsure. Dreas with the kill. Mia is eliminated. And that just leaves Gahok at X3600 so far with the numbers advantage for X3000. Against X3000. That changed now with Lion Skill getting the knock against Popsicle. 8 kills for them, and now it's just 1 against 1. And in the end, it's Langefinger with the clutch for Team Gahok with 9 kills. Winner chicken dinner. 1 kill more than X3600 had. With them taking home the crown for the most damage and most assists with 2,219 and 5 assists. We'll hop over for a quick break before we return with the last match of the evening, match number 6, again on Erangel. So, as you could see so far, we had a different team win every match of the day. With the Troublemakers 2 and 3, Team Acid, as well as... Oops, I have to do this. Give me a second. I'm confusing myself again. I don't like to confuse myself. Nonetheless, like I said, with Team Acid, the guys from the Troublemakers 2 and 3, as well as Los Polos Hermanos and Gohok, each winning a match yet. Will one of those 5 teams get a chicken dinner in match number 6 and finally get a double of the day? Or will another team be victorious and we will have 6 different winners in 6 different matches? Nonetheless, the leaderboard did not change that much. Like you can see, we only have the Norse Navigators moving up to rank number 9 with 136 points, and One Foot in the Grave and Ishaf's Guerrillian OGs moving down each 1 spot with 132 and 128. Still on top, the Troublemaker 3 with 266 points now, 235 for Gohok as well as 223 for the Troublemakers 2. Finally, in the 200-point range, we have Los Polos Hermanos with 215 and X3600 with 201. Still trying to reach the 100 points, we have Valhalla Berserkers with 97 and the Grumpy Bastards 4 with 89 points. And with that, we'll hop into match number 6. We are back on the wrangle with the Strikers. This time, our playing pass starts close to Primorsk and will end in Kameshki. So, from the bottom left to the top right, you almost can reach most of the cities, except for, well, Georgiopol, Zaki, and maybe Severny. Mid-power might be a stretch as well as Novoretnoy, but aside from that, the most possible spots reachable with that plane pass. Let's hop into it and check out where the players will drop to. We're following not One Foot in the Grave. This time we'll follow the Valhalla Berserkers, at least for now. First teams to drop out include the tactical stocks. Let's check out the map. As we can see, the Grumpy Bastards for and Team Knacken Malmon going for Primorsk, it seems. I'm not quite sure if Team Knacken Malmon will contest that or if the Grumpy Bastards will have Primorsk to themselves. Then next up we have the players from Los Polos Hermanos and the Norse Navigators. Following them we have Troublemakers 3 and the lineup from Acid. Valhalla Berserkers going for Pachinki. Gohok going for Milta maybe? Not quite sure. Then we can see the players from One Foot in the Grave. Summer Game is smashing, going for School Apartments again. Then we have Ishaf's Guerrillian OG and X3600 going in the direction of the shooting range. And the Troublemakers 2 going for Yasnaya Poljana. And as we can see, there is no hot drop whatsoever, even though Space Shark is quite close there to Los Polos Hermanos. But there's no hot drop in Primorsk. And unfortunately for all the teams, this will be a Sosnovka Island circle, most likely. I mean, it still could shift back to main island, don't get me wrong. But considering the percentage of water we have in the circle and the percentage of the Sosnovka Island in the circle, these most likely, with a percentage of, let's say, 85% will be a Sosnovka Island circle. Yes, I could be mistaken, and we will shift back to the main island. But with that shift, I think that's fairly, well, uncertain. One team has the longest way to that circle, and that's over here. Ishaf's Guerrillian OGs with Newt in Severny. And one team is already on the move, and that's over here. The lineup from a Gohok with Popsicle, Langefinger, Gronland, and of course, once he gets into the car, our cab driver of the match, Dreas. And with that, welcome to match number 6 of the Norgesligaen Div 4. We don't have the best teams. But we have the most fun content with those teams we have in here. Because, well, everything can happen in Norgesligaen Div 4, and everything can obviously happen with those teams. We are on day number 5, so half of the matches are over, almost. Because, if I remember correctly, we have 9 days. So this is currently halftime. And once this is over, there's only 4 more days to play. Which is kind of sad. But fret not, like I said, next week on Monday, same time again, 7 p.m. Central European time, we will be back, obviously, with these teams again. And me, hopefully. Depends though. You can see Little Cheese already driven over the bridge behind Los Polos Hermanos. I'm not quite sure if this is too good for him. Yeah, not like that, Jansrud. Well, Cheese decided to dodge his car thing. Alright, let's go for the bridge camp. You can see there is a boat already advancing for the grumpy old bastards. And we can see Motzi again with the MP in hand. Currently MP meta. So, if you find an MP, don't be scared about that. The MPs currently are the strongest weapons in the match. Or in the game. Yamazet able to drive over Milton Bridge without problems. Which is kind of scary. Considering that Gohok decided to just give up that central spot over here. This normally would be one spot the teams take to prohibit teams from crossing the bridge. If they don't camp the bridge directly. Which could have also been an option. Well, Berserkis have seen the boat from the Grumpy-Old Bastards 4. Who already made their move and moved to the next compound. Still no car for them though. Emergency pickup by the Troublemakers too. And over here we have a fresh airdrop with an MK14. Silverin will be... Not quite sure if he will be happy about that one. Considering he only has 5.56 ammo. Takes care of everything else. Leaves the emergency support flag. I'm not quite sure why everybody leaves that in. Not quite sure if it's maybe not allowed. If I'm not mistaken, he should have the weapon in the trunk of his car. Yeah. Weapon is in the trunk of his car, so one of his teammates will be happy about that one. Yes, most likely it will be Stian. No, not Stian. I'm not quite sure who it will be. Maybe just took it to get it away from the... Oh. He missed so far with an M24 in hand. Icebear has a VSS. Playing double 9mm. Alright, Stian is going for it. 30 bullets only. Not that much for an MK14. Over here, Lanky unfortunately has been knocked by Gronland. Most likely will be eliminated, as we can see that Mia and Janice will have retreated to the next compound. They will not be fast enough. Lanky is eliminated by Dress. That's it. First play out, being lanky for Tommy Game is smashing. First kill on the count for Gohok with Reyes taking the flush. Done it with the knock though, and therefore the kill. This Remoji moving down here. Back we can see the Troublemakers too, and they might contest her. Adrian with the knock. And that's it for Miss Remoji. Unfortunate. Mommy G, he wanted to contest that flush with all his might. Just barely landed a few seconds too late. And as we can see over here, in the hopes that we don't crash again. Yeah, great. I guess we crashed. Yeah, don't. Oh, nope. Network lag detected. Woo! I was worried for a second there. I was so worried for a second. It's just the usual network lag. As we can see, the tactical stocks are going for the ferry, while Los Polos Hermanos lost a player, and it looks like we have a lot of lag at the moment. Fret not, we at least have the leaderboard. Not quite sure if we might crash now, or if the game will network lag again. Chance route eliminated. The 8. The most damage now. Alright, this is looking good. I guess I'm flying to the positions of the player now. That might be easier and less lag prone. Not quite sure what happened there. Let's check that out. Are they swimming now? Nope, still on the boat. For a moment, it looked like they were swimming. Adrian says, that's my loot. He will be not too happy about that DBS in there. I mean, he will like the level 3 vested level 3 helmet, but the DBS, I doubt that. Oh, and he took the support flare. Wait. He only has an ace and a smoke launcher? What's wrong with you, buddy? You're not find the DMR or SR you like, so you're just playing with those two? Oh, no. Alright. He left it because he wanted to grab the weapon. I didn't say anything. Everything is okay. You did good. And over here, we are back in the fight. One life knock though. Bjansrud and Sloppy Jarvis moving up the hill. From the side. Oh, nice tech by Louis Ronnie. And Bjansrud is eliminated. Los Polos Hermanos out on rank number 14. Troublemaker 3. Taking a 4 more kills home with them. In the meantime, we see some shots from the Ishav's Guerrilla No G's against them. Gliding through the air. Meanwhile, over here, we have Axe 3600. Moving forward. Finally moving over the bridge through the blue. Good thing it's just phase 2, so it's not hurting too much. Bro, you're in my way. Move. I wanted to shoot. That could be roughly the... Oh, look, we have some swimmers more. In Germany, I'm not quite sure how it is in different countries, but in Germany, if you just start your swim training, you get a badge if you swim like 50 meters, and dive to the bottom of the pool, and then you get a badge, and that badge is called Seahorse. So they are making the seahorses. After the seahorse, there's bronze, silver, and gold, as well as the... Not quite sure what it's called in English. Yeah, man. What was it called? Right. The lifeguard, that's what it's called. That's another badge as well, if you're able to rescue a person from drowning or something. Circle shifts again to the north, and therefore most teams are currently not in a good position in the circle. One team currently in a good position is over here, the Troublemakers 3, with only 2 players left though. Reload Ronnie and Little Cheese. Urban unfortunately was eliminated. Same for their 4th man. Meanwhile, over here we can see X3600 arriving close to the North Navigators. Quite sure why they want to play this spot, because not a good spot. I mean, you know, you can just wall through this window over here. With a knock against Bear Harbor. Oh, Berserkis. Just flying away. The tactical stocks getting some kills in against Reyes, who tried to go for the airdrop. That unfortunately was taken already. In the meantime, Famty has been eliminated by Space Shark for the North Navigators. Level point 4 on the count for them. He's getting further away from 1 foot in the grave. And then with the kill against Ice Bear. Oh, Screamus gets knocked again. Hey, Screamus gets knocked as well. Unfortunate. Not able to get out of that building fast enough. Oh, and Sergeant Killer Hat eliminates Screamus while Popsicle runs over Moonskin. I mean, he will not be able to get the kill in though. But at least he got the knock in. Oh, gotta correct myself. Moonskin eliminated by Space Shark. Quick last round for our lobby host. Meanwhile, the grumpy old bastards 4 had the option, and they did use the option to eliminate Grondland. There was eliminated as well, but Langefinger also drops down dead. Or at least knocked. No chance to get him back though for Popsicle, who's quite far away. Like the song goes, far, far away. Got knocked by Eric. Rusty Razor now in a 1 against 3 situation if his teammates don't come close. Looking good. Nah, nice nade. Was a nice try though. Packer has seen Adrian. Oh, and that nade just bounced off his head. Oh, Adrian go knock. Tommy G moves closer. Does not get the re-knock. Good thing there's the 3rd one with Eric, but he gets eliminated by Rusty Razor and he takes down all of them. Rusty with the clutch for Ishav's Guerrilla. No, geez, and I'm not quite sure, but I would have run for John first before going for the rest on Newt, but, well, you do you. I mean, he's closer to the blue. The blue is moving, and he has the least life left. Yeah, that was a quick test for sure. Same goes for the grumpy old bastards. Mutzi and Mr. Alec have been eliminated by Volvo 240 Turbo. Popsicle, the last man standing for Gohok. Well, we can see the north is almost completely free, except for 1 foot in the grave, and Sami Game is smashing. And Silverin, well, I'm not quite sure he wants to play there. Destroyer right above him. Together with Wedgie, Lurifax, and WKS. Good thing that the whole Berserkers are not seeing him. Or Stian. That over here, we still have 1 foot in the grave. All the way back there. Completely in the north. The yellow village. We have some gaming smashing and Popsicle over here below the bridge. I mean, he finally at least found a Panzer. But I'm not quite sure that will help him. Because he needs to move. And he needs to move at least to the end of the bridge. Which will open him. Well, I mean, he can't move here, so he still needs to move at least here. So the chances that he will make it out alive without the car, quite slim. Not zero, though. I mean, Origin knows there has to be someone there. Because he sees the car. But I doubt they'll push. Let's try with the knock against Newt. And Ishav's Guerrilla OGs have been eliminated. Second Newt just driving right into the fangs of 1 foot in the grave. Meanwhile, the tactical stocks are fighting against Team Acid. They'll run with the knock against WKS. Next knock against Lorifax. Meanwhile, Ian eliminates as well. And that's it. Veggie finds the last kill. Unfortunately, though, there's only one teammate left. And he decides to pick up Lorifax and bring him to, well, at least comfortable safety. Over here, we still have the Volhol Berserkers for 3 players. 3 players as well for X3600. 4 players for Team Kneck and Malman. There's no blame trying to move up the hill, and I'm not quite sure this will be helpful. Yeah, with that ace in hand, it's looking better. He's the first one, gets spotted as well, though. Good thing Easter Place is there in Noxenern. Otherwise, Don't Blame would have had no chance whatsoever. Lion Skill trying to get the rest on Sergeant Killerhead. Unfortunately, he needs to move him, shielding him with his body, it seems. Made a bit too short, but Don't Blame. He needs to move, though. Just push it. And that's it. GG, well played. X3600 is eliminated. Kudos to Team Kneck and Malman. They're trying to get attack in against Origin. Or Popsicle made it to the end of the bridge. I'm surprised. He's surprised as well, though. And this just leaves only one player left for the players from Summer Game is smashing, which is Janice. And Janice is eliminated. Kudos to 9-tap bow. The question is, can Popsicle do something? Popsicle's watching the wrong direction. Quite sure if 1 foot in the grave is thinking about, well, they should be safe now. Because the answer would be no. It's not safe. They're not watching their back, it seems. Oh, 9-tap bow with another knock against Inka Hofding. You can connect a mom and arriving below reload, Ronnie. Oh, little Jesus, last man standing. Waiting for players to push and arrive. Optical still with the Panzer in hand. Spotted by Winnetou. Now it's a 1 against 4 situation. This should be another kill for the players from 1 foot in the grave, and it is. Gehok eliminated on rank 7. Meanwhile, Easter Place gets knocked by Space Shark from the other side of the road. I'm trying to push against Reload Ronnie. The question is, what is Little Cheese doing? The answer is, unfortunately, he can't go for the rest. Can't make the hero move. Because if he goes to the roof, he gets spotted by the North Navigators. If he drops out over here, he gets spotted by the whole Berserkers. Therefore, the only thing he can do is wait. 1 foot in the grave, and 9-tap bow says, alright, I'm gonna do this solo. I'm gonna just check if there's someone here. The answer is no. The next team up would be the tactical stocks over here with Veggie and Lurifex. Everybody else is in this little compound over here. With Team Knack and Malman, the North Navigators, the Troublemaker 3, and the Valhalla Berserkers. So far, theoretically, the lineup from 1 foot in the grave would be the safest. But unfortunately for them, they are not in the circle. Same cannot be said about the North Navigators, who are, well, quite central. So the next shift should still leave them in this circle as well. She's at least gets a knock against Don't Blame. And he says, please don't blame me for pushing. Showing myself. Blue Zone 8. That should be more than enough to kill Don't Blame. He's down 9-tap bow with the knock against Craziest. Axel says, alright, gonna try this. Gets spotted as well, though. Now the question is, what are Lurifex and Veggie doing? Chance for them to throw. Taking the wheel of 1 foot in the grave. They still have nades. The Razor so far with 4 kills. Man with the most. Although 9-tap bow is the place in Little Cheese, which is 3. 9-tap bow also with the most damage. And Tiger Bomb goes knock against the Lurifex Snake. And the 2 going directly for the rest, though. That might be it for the upper hand for the players from 1 foot in the grave. They do get the kills against the tactical stock, though. But now they have to go down the hill. And this is not looking too good for them. At least, as the North Navigators would stick together, that is. I mean, they don't want that. They don't want to give the other teams the option or the possibility to move over the street. And as we can see over here, they are the center of the circle. Well, Holberthurkis need to move next. Bombus Roller and a Roxy still have a car over here. But getting to that car might be different. Considering that we still have Little Cheese over here, as well as Easter Place over there with his trusty VSS. 7 kills so far for Team Knack and Malman. Well, we can see 5 for the Troublemakers, 3 for Little Cheese, 1 for Reload Ronnie, and 1 for their 4th teammate, which name I forgot. Although Visinok against Winner 2. Gets eliminated. 1 foot in the grave, in trouble now. They're pushing forwards. And they are eliminated. 9 tap bow run over by Rooving. Tiger Bomb eliminated by knocking or knocked Rooving. And well, that was anything but good. Little Cheese eliminated as well, thanks to the Molotov from Bombus. And now we're down to 3 teams. 2 players left for Team Knack and Malman, 3 each for the Norse Navigators and Valhall Berserkers. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a new winner in all 6 matches. Because none of those 3 teams won a match yet. At least today. Craziest knocked by Roller. Easter Place and Volvo have to move. Or at least take a different approach. Axel with a knock against Easter Place. Volvo, the blue. Not looking too good for him. Axel theoretically has the upper hand there. Not sure what the spray is supposed to do. I lost craziest. Still confirmed. Volvo not spotted. Meanwhile, Space Shark has found the Valhall Berserkers, and now it's a 2 against 3 situation. Let's enlighten this. Valhall Berserker is currently on point here. Good position for Space Shark right here. He goes for the roof. Should be safe-ish. Quite sure if you can jump over here. I have to try this after that match. You can jump from this roof over here and get onto the roof. Otherwise, that would be the move to do. Let's see how many nades. None. 3 smokes for Bumbus and 1 flash for Roxy. On the other side, we have 2 smokes from the smoke launcher, 4 smokes from Space Shark, and 1 emergency cover flare. Oh, almost a knock against the Roxy. Roxy knocked and flushed. Almost. Oh, Bambus. That was the winning move. GG, well played. Would have won a chicken dinner. The Valhall Berserkers do it in the last match. They don't get the most kills. They don't get the most damage. They don't get the most assists. But they got the winner chicken dinner, and that counts in the end. And with that, let's hop over and check out the points in total for the teams. I'm gonna add the division leaderboard. We'll move it over here for now, at least for the first 4 teams. So, the Valhall Berserkers had 97 points prior. They get 14 additional points, so they finally make it to the 100-point range, and additionally get the, like we Germans call it, Schnapszahl, which means the number is drunk, or rep digit, so repeated digit. They got 111 points now with that win. Most likely should be. We'll see once the leaderboard has been updated. And the Norse Navigators take home 10 points from this. They had 136, so 146 points now. Then we have Team Kneck and Malmo with 9 kills, plus their 5 placement points mean 14 points in total. RP has not been updated yet. They had 188 prior, plus 14 means 202 points, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have the Troublemakers 3 with 5 points plus 4 placement points means 9. They had 266 prior, means 275 now. Then we have One Foot in the Grave, 10 points for them, plus the 132 they had prior means 142 points. And if I'm not mistaken, we should have the update in a few seconds. So we'll move over to the caster cam so you can see me for a few seconds. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying the cast. I hope you had fun. Thanks for the chat, for the follows and the other stuff. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you again next week on Monday. And we have the updated leaderboard. And here we go. Almost nothing changed except for the Valhalla Berserkers. Like I said, they got the 111 points, while Zombie Game is Smashing now has 110. Grumpy Old Bastards 4 with 91, almost still close to the 100 points, but they finally made it over the 90 points we had with Bayon Orion Gat, which, well, got disqualified. Troublemakers 3 with 275 points, Go Hawk with 238. Then we have the Troublemakers 2 with 225 points. Los Polos Hermanos 216. 2 and 3 for X3600, 202 for Team Kneck and Malman. 1 point missing for place number 5. 183 points for Acid. Then we have rank number 8 with 186 points, 168 points. For the Tactical Stocks, the Norse Navigators was 146, 142 for One Foot in the Grave, and last but not least, because we had the 3 teams below them already, 132 points for Ishav's Guerrillian OGs on rank number 11. And with that, everything else left for me is to say thank you for tuning in. See you next week and have a nice evening. I'm going to rate you over to someone else playing PUBG. I'm not quite sure who that will be, but we'll see once the timer has run out and the delay has catched up. Bye-bye.